So I don't know the status for DTR. He's obviously in concussion protocol. We'll hopefully find out by Thursday if he'll be able to start or not. But if it is Joe Flacco, let's just for the sake of this pretend Joe Flacco will be the Browns starter against the Rams. Mm-hmm. What do you guys envision or imagine a Joe Flacco-led offense with Kevin Stefanski calling the plays look like? Is it completely different than DTR? Does it go back to the Brissett playbook? What do you guys think this offense looks like if Joe Flacco is under center against Los Angeles?
Back to the Brissett playbook. Because they're pretty much about the same. You know, obviously he's still got the arm talent. The thing about him is he understands defenses. So if you give him a game plan, you tell him, hey, Joe, on this drive, this is what we're trying to accomplish. You know, you're not necessarily worried about a guy that he can go 1, 2 to check down because he's so used to doing it. He can look at on the snap, he gonna look at that boundary safety. Boundary safety gonna tell him where he's supposed to go with the football. He gonna go 1, 2, 3 to check down. So it'll be a smooth thing. The only thing will be he don't have the chemistry with these wide receivers, so the timing of routes might be totally different. But as far as operating, getting the play in, making sure everybody's on the same page, he'll be the perfect guy for doing that because he's done that so long.
I think he's fine for a game or two. I wouldn't want because. Listen, Joe Flacco is pretty much washed, right? He's got a good probably game or two left in him, but after that,
listen,
he's going to go down the tubes.
What he did against us last year.
Right, and then after that, he crapped the bed.
I think he had one good game after that, the very next one.
Right,
and then that was it.
Because that's where he is
But
in his
the
career.
same thing is even if Zach Wilson was in that position, he wouldn't have been able to win that game. See, Joe Flacco understands defenses. He understands what to do. So he'll know what to do. But I'm with you. I wouldn't go for the rest of the season.
No.
Let me give you an example. This is the coldest example y'all ever gonna get. So just go ahead and just book it. Listen, if it's like this, if you got an event, right, and you want somebody to come MC it, and somebody cancel on you, right? They cancel last moment. You can either go get Jay or Bull, right? You say, well, I don't agree with their opinions all the time. Doesn't matter. See, they've done enough shows where it don't matter what you can be at. They could be at a car lot. They could be at somebody's birthday party. They could be giving away raffle tickets. They know basically what the rundown is. I'm going to get to the title. Let me repeat. Let me get to my other different things and do my announcements. And they can come in sight unseen, don't even know what you're talking about. And because they got the experience level, they can make it go seamless. Like, that was a great job. Like, how long did you know you were going to do this? 5 minutes ago. That's the Joe Flacco. If you want to go get somebody else, now no disrespect. If you pull me up there, I'm like, look, I'm going to give you 5 solid minutes and a bunch of analogies. You might want to get one of these two to do it. That's DTR. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be out here. I'm freelancing. I'm going out here. Hey, I saw something over here. I'm rolling out of the pocket. Sometimes you don't want to be rolling out of the pocket like that. You need somebody that's going to give you A, B, C, D. And Joe Flacco going to give you that. He might not put 300 yards up, but he sure as heck will get you through the event.
I wonder, though, and you sort of touched on it when you were making your points about, he is going to go through, he's going to do a certain amount of things for you. I think that with the quarterbacks that we've had all being mobile, we've made what is not a great offensive line look pretty good. Because let's face it, we've got parts of this offensive line that in moments have been wildly exposed, particularly last week.
Yeah, the tackles.
Yes, particularly last week. My question is, with a statue back there, we might shine a glaring light on what's been a problem, but we've put a Band-Aid on it because our quarterbacks can slide in the pocket, they can get out and run, they can do things that Joe Flacco is not capable of doing.
Well, this is not just any statue. This is like a 6'5" statue.
38-year-old statue.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
He makes Jacoby Brissett look fast.
Even Big Ben was able to shake it off, though.
That's why
he didn't shake it off as well at the end of his career.
That's true.
That is why, Tyvus, you gonna turn around and do this.
Run.
Turn around and do this.
Well, I think where you're really in trouble with what you're suggesting is if you get in third and long situations.
Or if you fall down and you're 14 points and everybody knows you're passing.
If you're in a point where Joe Flacco, they're throwing the ball, that's a problem.
What you gonna do?
You got to avoid those situations as best as you can.
What you gonna do is you gonna take your 2 favorite players on this team, David Njoku and Harrison Bryant. By the way, y'all might need to look into trading up for Brock Bowers. The dude would be a stud in this offense. Anyways,
Can you imagine the reverses?
You go listen. Oh my goodness! You want to hand off? You want to catch somebody by surprise? Imagine Brock Bowers in them grave digger positions.
Oh, my
you
God.
fake the run and then hand it off to Brock Bowers. Oh,
Kevin
man.
Stefanski
Kevin Stefanski
would
would
go
go
crazy.
He'd be the best coach ever. Anyways, that's not the point. But you're going to take your tight ends, you're going to put them in them grave digger positions right next to those tackles, and they're going to do their chip, and then they're going to release. The chip's going to buy him just an extra second. Yes, it's going to be people that can't get out in the routes, but those chippers usually become their check down guys.
And Joe will find those chippers.
Exactly. So I think that's how you address, a line that's not there, that's not all the way together.
So let me ask y'all this. If, devil's advocate, Joe comes out,
So 300 yards.
big boom, 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 ball down the field. This is crazy getting the ball out. We even see a deep ball or two, right?
Oh, my
He
goodness.
can win this job week to week.
100%.
He can win it week to week.
Would
As much as
that
I-
mean DTR is you gonna roll with Flacco after
I
that?
think
Yes.
if he plays great,
If
you'd have
if
to.
If he looked like he did against the Browns, what were his numbers?
Yeah,
I don't know that he
Last
played
year
great
against the
until the
Browns?
end of that game, but I don't.
Well,
Go
he
ahead.
didn't do much until the end.
Yeah.
But the
Wait a
fourth
minute.
quarter, he lit the Browns defense up.
Let's be realistic about this. At this point, the way that this team is,
Yeah, we'll take anything that looks good.
We hobble into that finish line. We got to get to 10. Like I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
If he's the best option, we getting 10 wins. We didn't come too far
What
not
was
to
Joe?
get 10 wins this season.
What was Joe last year against the Browns?
Against the Browns last season, Joe Flacco threw for 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Jeez, he do that.
And if you go to
I'm
week
going
2,
to buy a jersey.
He had a pretty good week 2 also, or week 3.
So that was week 2. In week 3, Jay. Oh, this is this year. Hold on, let me get to last year's
And then I
schedule.
think he went downhill.
He do that.
He fumbled a bunch last year too. That's not going to be on the.
Against the Bengals the following week, Jay, Joe Flacco, not
good.
Not
what
what
do
you
you do in
remember.
week 1?
In week 1, he threw for 300 yards, but he threw 2 interceptions, no
Okay.
touchdowns.
Okay.
In week 1, they lost to Baltimore 300 yards on 60 attempts, 1
Dang.
touchdown, 1
60
interception.
attempts. So he
Who
did
is
have
he,
300
Kobe?
yards passing in his first 3 games. last year.
297 in week 3, but yeah,
Okay.
essentially.
It's pretty impressive. But we can do without the interceptions. And you're right, Well, I remember he lost a lot of fumbles there. And then
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we got to go to Zach.
Since leaving Baltimore, in the 4 years he's been out of Baltimore, he has 20 touchdowns, 19 turnovers.
Not good.
But it's a lot better than P.J. Walker.
Well,
Boy,
That's a shame.
Yeah, and you know.
boy.
Y'all not gonna act like Phillip is not 2-1.
Now, actually, to be truthful, they might need to get another quarterback.
Philip sucks
too.
ass, man. No offense.
Yeah, they
I'm
might.
a little. That's a little crass. I apologize, Philip. But
They may
he's
need
just
to-
not good. He shouldn't be on an NFL roster, let alone
Wow.
They-
you
they- no,
you
they
gonna
gotta
take
go-
it that far?
Yeah, they got to go get somebody else.
You said he not NFL roster worthy? Jay.
starting. No.
Jay, you the voice of reason.
he's not.
Y'all sick.
Listen,
I mean, do you want the numbers, Tyvis?
Yeah, give us the touchdowns to turnovers.
No.
Yeah, so
let
for
me-
his career, which mind you is 4 seasons now, he has started 9 games
Yep.
Okay.
and he's played 21. So he's played in 21 games. He has 6 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He's completing 52% of his passes, and his rushing numbers, when you add in the fumbles, he has 8 fumbles. He's lost 6 of them. So he has
But
6
what-
touchdowns.
But what's
and
his
20
record though?
So
6
6
touchdowns,
touchdowns and 24 turnovers.
But what's his record though?
Well, 22 because he didn't lose 2 of those.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
22.
Wait,
He is
That's
technically
much better.
5-4 as a starter, 6-4 if you include the Indianapolis game this year, which wasn't a start, but he played the majority. 'cause
Yeah,
was
but
on
he
there.
didn't win any of those games.
Y'all
man.
gotta cut.
I'm agree with you, Bull. For the record,
Yeah, he
I'm
did
on
not
your
win
side.
any
I'm
of those
just
games.
giving Tyvis the
I
ask
mean,
numbers.
you got 6 touchdowns and 22 turnovers.
That's
insane.
terrible.
That's like, what are we doing here?
that's like
It is bad. But
that
NFL, y'all said not even the NFL roster, not even the third guy.
No.
he's an independent contractor.
Oh,
Week to week, day to day.
So you telling me it's always nice to have a guy that can at least go in and run the offense?
I mean, at this point, they're not going to cut him. Probably,
Allegedly,
but
like I
I
mean,
just can't. You can't turn it over.
You
That's
can't.
a recipe to
You
lose
can't
games.
turn it
and
over.
he comes in, and it's like
He turned it right
every-
over.
He even knows, like he sees it in his heart. He's like, hey, yo, I'm giving one of these balls up.
G. Bush used the best analogy yesterday, Tyvus. You weren't here, but he said watching P.J. Walker play quarterback is like watching a 2-year-old carry around a sippy cup.
Yeah,
Don't know when he's going to drop
very
it,
good.
but you know at some point
coming
it's
out of
gonna
his
fall
hand.
You
out.
know a lot about that there,
Yeah,
Tyvus,
you're
right
right.
now.
You know about that. You know how picking
You're
up
up on
behind them
that.
2-year-olds.
On white carpet.
Oh, listen, all on your
With cherry Kool-Aid.
in the middle dining room. Whoa, and
How
it's
old
worse.
is your niece, G? Isn't
Oh,
she like 2?
She's like two and some change.
2 and change. Yeah.
And yes,
Sippy cups go down.
nah, they done got her off the soup because she's the only child. So they put her on that accelerated program. You know, the first child is always advanced.
Yeah, they
now,
are.
Now when they get to the other couple,
They get all the attention.
all of it.
By the time you're down to 3 or 4, you're like, hey, have you checked on little Billy lately?
Right? No, he over there.
Guys, here's the question. For you, I'll give you my opinion as well. For DT, are we all in agreement that we're playing DTR if he clears?
Yes.
Yes.
No matter when it happens?
Yes.
Yes.
If he clears on Saturday, you sticking with DTR?
Yes.
I am.
Yes. He should be familiar enough with the offense by
Right.
now, and it's not live bullets for the first time like the Baltimore game,
Right.
that we should be okay, in my view.
I agree.
Now here's the
Tyvus,
but
me?
I believe DTR needs a personalized plan. If he can't practice his plan, that's a problem. Like if he can't
What about
practice
this,
that,
G? What about this? So, if Flacco takes all the practice reps all week, which would be
Yep.
the case if he's cleared Saturday,
Right.
Yeah.
and the coaching staff says, wow, this guy is a pro. He's grasped it. His arm looks good. There was good timing with he and the main receivers. Then do you go with Flacco?
Yeah, because here's my thing. I said this before. This is musical chairs. I don't care if I got to play all 3 of them in the game.
Yeah.
I got to get 3 wins. If
really?
I can take you out quarter to quarter. They all, like Tyvus and me was talking about this on the barbershop. I've never seen substitute tackles.
Me either.
I've
no.
never seen rotating
I can't
tackles.
believe.
We
I
talked
cannot
about that
believe.
earlier this year, though.
I cannot believe that they're doing that.
But why? I had brought up the idea earlier this year that because the defensive linemen are being in and out so much, they're fresh-legged in the fourth quarter. The offensive line is going every single play. Why not interchange them? One of them's good on pass rush. One of them's
But it
good
could
on.
give away the.
Just tell them what's
I know
going
you
on.
can, but
Yeah.
obvious passing downs. You're 3rd and 14.
Sure.
You're throwing.
I wonder. I think they're just doing it because
DeJuan is
not fully healthy.
James,
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
or James Hudson can't block a soul.
I can't believe that they're getting away
I wonder
with
if
it.
that
I'm
will
surprised
continue
that we
this
haven't
week.
seen it earlier, and I wouldn't be surprised if
But
it
we
doesn't
don't
become
know.
norm.
By the way, we don't know that other
Moving
teams are
forward.
not doing it. We're not watching.
No,
Are you
I
watching
haven't-
offensive line
Yes.
that closely?
I haven't
Yes.
seen anybody. Do
I
it,
haven't noticed it
I
either,
haven't-
but-
You're right. When I'm watching a game that doesn't involve the Browns, I'm not looking at the personnel package. for the
Right.
offensive
And
line.
how would you the offensive linemen all look the same? How would I know?
This ain't the Pro Bowl.
There's 4 things the Browns do that nobody else does. They rotate the tackles. They got a guard playing fullback and tight end.
I like that, though.
No, other teams do that.
But he starts though. I would tell them, listen, when we re-up,
Yeah.
you gotta give me some extra
He
money.
ain't playing tight end.
He playing tight end,
No,
bro.
he
I seen him out there
he
like
ain't
this.
running no routes. He ain't running no